Welcome back to the Mountain Man Medical YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out. Today we're taking a look at a better way to apply an improvised pressure dressing using just what you got on you. A nice little flannel shirt. Yes, you have to use flannel. It won't work with any type of other material. Flannel is naturally imbued with the powers of mountain men, so that's why this works so well as an improvised pressure dressing. So if you don't have any flannel in your wardrobe, go out and buy yourself 6-7 pairs. It might save your life. I set this video up a couple of weeks ago and I got a ton of comments on it. A lot of people saying that they wanted to see the one-handed method. And you guys have put a ton of comments down below giving some ideas and suggestions about how we can make it better. We're gonna take a look at how we can do this a little bit better, a little more efficiently. Then we're gonna do it one-handed, because I said that I would. I'd show you guys how to do that one-handed. And then we're also going to try non-dominant hand application, which I know I should have already done it, but I haven't done it yet. I thought it would be kind of fun to try it, see me do it for the first time, left-handed on video. That might be kind of cool. So we're gonna check that out here in just a minute. All right, guys, so before we get into this video, do me a huge favor. Go down below, like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That is a free way to keep me doing what I'm doing. So if you think this stuff is important and you want to help me to continue to get this information out there, this is a fantastic way to do it. Share it with somebody you love, like, comment, and subscribe. Completely free, helps me out a ton. All right, guys, before we get into this, let's take a look at some of the comments that I've got over here set up. All right, guys, you guys have killed it on the comments. I got a ton of people saying that they wanted to see the one-handed method. And we even got a comment from Mr. Wing Walker. He says, "This is great. I wonder if you can grab the sleeves with both hands on each end and spin the flannel so it wraps up. Will be a faster advantage." I agree. So what I'm guessing, grab the sleeves on both ends, like you would, snap somebody with a towel in the locker room, right? I don't know how many of you have been in locker rooms lately, but that's how things go. But let's give that a shot. Let's see what happens. I think that's a pretty smart thing to do. I think I spent a lot of time just rolling it up in the last video, just rolling it up with two hands this way. But if we're gonna use two hands and we're gonna try to get this thing off, if we just grab both sleeves and roll it up, that should be a quicker way to do it, right? So let's try it. Nice. All right, got the same basic thing as before. We're gonna put a little tie in it. Just a quick overhand knot. You wanna try to put this knot in the middle of the strap of the bandage, your shirt. We'll get that in there. And we want this to be a nice tight knot because that's what's going to help put extra pressure on top of that wound. So once you've got a nice knot in the middle here, we're going to apply it to the left side of the neck. And we're going to come underneath. We're just going to put a little tie, and your sleeves might not be long enough depending on your body type, your body size, but it helps a lot to get two turns, two ties in this if you can. If you can't, you might be just stuck holding this, and that's not the end of the world. You can kind of hold on to this if you need to, or wrap this end in tape. That might help to kind of keep it more secure, but this is a good way of getting it set up. Now you can just extra tight as you can get it by yourself. You can also use your teeth. Pull it a little tighter if you need to. That works better in the one-handed method. But I'm going to put an extra tie in here just so that it's nice and secure. There you go. Got to get the mic out. And then I'm just going to roll this around. My mic's not in the way. Until that knot is sitting right on top of that hole in my neck, and put direct pressure on that wound, which is what we need to get that hemostatic agent to start working, clot that artery, and save our life. Like I already said, I look kind of dumb while I do it, but hey, that's what we're doing, right? So yes, I think that's a great method. Mr. Wing Walker, I think that's a fantastic idea. Using it to spin it up makes it a little bit faster, and it seems to work just as well. All right, let me get this thing off, and we'll go into the next one. All right, guys, so I said in the last one, if you wanted to leave a comment down below, let me know if you want to see the one-handed method. I got a ton of comments, you guys saying that you did want to see that. So here we go. I'm going to show you the one-handed method that I developed, and maybe this will kind of help you out a little bit. I'm going to show you strong arm side first, And then I'm going to show you left-handed, non-dominant hand rescue because according to Mott's, one of my subscribers, he comments on quite a few of my videos. I see him in there all the time, and he decides to throw me a curveball. He says, yes, one-handed please, and non-dominant side too, he. Always got to practice non-dominant side self-rescue. Smiley face, grinny face. Thanks a lot, Mott's. But you're right. If I can't use this arm, and I'm guessing if you're taking a neck wound, there's a good chance you've got enough trauma on the right side of your body that you're not going to be able to use this, or at the very least, you're not going to be able to use it very well, and maybe not well enough to actually get this accomplished. So how are you going to do this? Left-handed or right-handed? One-handed. It's a little harder to get your shirt off. Try to make sure that those sleeves are nice and they're out completely. They're not stuck inside. That's a pretty easy thing to do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather it up right in the middle, and I'm just going to roll it over my leg. I don't know why this helps, but I'm going to put a little twist in it. I'm going to put my hand through, and I'm going to grab the nearest sleeve, and I'm going to grab it here with it right around my wrist, and I'm just going to shake it through. Okay? Now I've got the starting of my knot. I'm going to identify the other sleeve. And you can do this one of two ways. One method is to just grab it with your teeth. Give it a nice tug. That works pretty good. It was noted to me from somebody else that maybe you don't have teeth. Not everybody has a good set of chompers. So how can you do that if you don't want to use your teeth? And the best method is you just put the one sleeve on the floor, step on it, give it a good yank up, okay? And now I've got this set up nice, and now I'm gonna put it on the left side because I'm using my right arm. It's gonna go around, and then I'm gonna put a little tie in it. And this is a little bit difficult. You gotta practice a little bit so that this will actually work for you. Use your teeth a little bit. Get that cranked down as tight as you can. All right, now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna try and put another knot in this if you can. Not everybody's gonna be able to get 2 knots in, but 2 knots is better than 1. It's gonna make it more secure. You don't want this coming loose. So just practice a little bit and you can do it if you just give it a couple shots. And now I've got a nice tight knot here. Now this, like I said in the last video, this is not a great knot. This is a scary knot for a medic because this is not very secure. It can come loose pretty easy. So we want to make sure we keep a very close eye on this. All right, non-dominant left hand application of a pressure dressing. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it goes perfect. Maybe I don't have any hiccups. I am an incredible medic, so this stuff kind of comes naturally to me, so I probably won't have any issues. Now, assuming that my right arm is dead, I can't use it. I've only got use of my left arm. Let's see if I can apply this improvised pressure dressing. Ready, begin. It's hard getting this shirt off one-handed. You want to make sure that these sleeves are completely out. If they get pulled in like that, pull them out so that you got both sleeves exposed. You're going to grab the very center, just like I already said. And then you're going to put one little twist in it. Grab that nearest sleeve right here. We're going to shake it through. Come on. There we go. Now I'm going to put the one sleeve on the floor, step on it, give it a good tug so that this knot is nice and tight and in the center. Now I'm going to use it on the right side of my neck. Try to avoid the microphone. Using my teeth. As tight as I can get it. See if I can put another tie in it. Nope, doesn't look like it. So I'm going to have to hold on top of it. Maybe I can get a little tighter. Hold on, let me try. Maybe that'll give me enough distance. You got to have enough sleeve to get this next tie in here. Yep, and that was it. There we go. Now I'm going to swing this around. so that this is on top of that wound directly. Drop my elbow. Oh yeah, it's nice and tight. I love it. Worked great. That's the one-handed, left side, non-dominant. Mott's, you're going to have to try better than that, brother. Coming after me. Come on, man. What else you got? Bring it on. Left-handed, first try. Easy day. No problems. What you got? Let me know if you need some clarification, if you need another video, maybe a step-by-step process. It's pretty much essentially the same thing as I showed you before. The only main difference is we're not rolling this up into a nice clean package. Then what we're doing is we're grabbing the very center, just like we did in the other one, but then I'm rolling it across my knee, put a little twist in it, and then I grab that closest sleeve, shake it through. Easy. Put a little knot in it, step on it, pull it tight, and now we've got our knot. Swing it around. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for hanging out and checking out this video. I really appreciate it. This is the one-handed method for an improvised pressure dressing. If you ever needed to pack your own neck wound and you don't have anybody nearby that can help you out, or maybe you're taking care of somebody who has a neck wound, you don't have your trauma kit on you, how are you going to take care of them? This is a pretty easy way to do it. So if you have the available materials, just a nice shirt, then this will work for you. So thanks for hanging out and checking out this video, guys. I really appreciate it. If you got anything out of it, a simple way to support me is to just hit the like and subscribe button, share this with somebody that you love, and tune into the next one. And while you're at it, head over to the mountainmanmedical.com website, check out our Yellowstone and Wind River trauma kits, and be ready for whatever the mountain throws at you. I'll catch you guys in the next one.